Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery, and this is today's 5-minute Friday, something that's nice and easy to do. And today we are specialising in chilies. It's something we do on the nursery a huge amount, so we're potting this chilli up into this pot. Now, a question we get asked all the time is, what pot size should I put my chilies in eventually? So we sell a lot in 9cm pots. Sell plug plants as well, but 9cm pots are the most common. Now, I always think you have to think ahead a little bit, because chilies sometimes are going to be living on the windowsill, sometimes they're going to be on the patio, or sometimes they're going to be in a nice big greenhouse. So the size of the pot does vary depending on your situation. So I always think this is a good compromise. The chilies will fruit really, really well. They'll grow really, really well in a pot this size, which is about 20cm across. Just a second-hand pot, doesn't need to be something special. If you're putting it on the patio, you might not like a nice ornamental pot, but completely up to you. Make sure it's got holes in the bottom is the only thing I would say. So first off, what we do is put a little bit of multi-purpose compost in. So we're going to fill it around about 10cm from the top. The reason being is, what we're going to do is we're going to place the plant in, and then we're going to fill around the outside. Okay, so I'll tap down the pot and I can test it. So if we have a look here, we can test to see whether it's going to be about right, to see where the plant will sit there. So we want the plant to sit in the compost around about the same depth that it is currently in this pot. So that's about perfect. So all we do then is we just take the plant out of the pot. So you can hold it upside down with no problem at all. Give the plant a nice squeeze, and then the pot will just lift off just like that. Then we place it in the center. Sometimes you have to very lightly push it down just so it gets its balance and sits there nicely. And then all you have to do is tuck some more compost around the outside. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, this pot size gives the plant just enough space to spread its roots out, take up more nutrients, and allows it to hold more water as well to help with the production of the fruit. But it's not too big that it's unwieldy. I can still move this around with no issue at all. I'm tapping it down there to get rid of any air gaps. So that's what we're looking for. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, so yeah, it's the right size to take up more nutrients to help the plant grow. You can go bigger, but bearing in mind, especially if you go for a ceramic pot, which is going to be really, really heavy, if you need to move it because of high winds, or later in the year when it starts getting cooler, you need a more sheltered spot, the bigger the pot, the heavier it's going to be. This one is just about right. I can still put it into the conservatory without worrying about it. So do think forward when you're thinking about pot size. With regards to feeding, and it's something I know lots of people will be asking, now I've put fresh compost in here, this compost has got a nice lot of feed in it already. So I don't need to feed this plant immediately. When it starts fruiting and flowering and fruiting a bit more, in around about 2 to 3 weeks, I can use a liquid feed. But don't feel as soon as it's gone in this compost that you have to feed it straight away. Then all that's left to do is give it a good water. With the first watering, you really want to soak it. Make sure you get liquid around all of the compost. So simple as that. Any questions at all, as always, get in contact. See you soon.